Yo, 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 what is going on, IK Familia? It is your boy, BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder. We are finally back again to give y'all what I like to refer to as that good. Now, before we dive in to what is hopefully going to be a fantastic 6 to 7 video kind of game-wide overview stats that we are going to give you. I love doing these even though, again, it's been a few months since we did our last. The hope was to try and get these to a bi-monthly endeavor, and now that a lot of things are at times slowing down in 79, where it's not as much work that we were doing in the beginning, I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things, no pun intended, as we do go forward. Okay. Make sure you guys sub to the channel, like, and of course ring that notification bell. We are going to be breaking down for you the top 25 alliances in the game right now. Now, we ended up going up to server 60. I always like just to kind of give some preface context there so people kind of know where we're pulling the data from. As we started kind of getting from 50 to 60, we started noticing the trend of alliances not really exceeding 90 mil. And kind of being a little bit closer to that 80 mil range, give or take, for the top placing. So we ended up not going past there. Now, if there does end up being an alliance that is past that, please do let me know. Usually, once I start seeing a consistent trend of like 5 to 10 servers that are just not showing any signs of having kind of an overwhelming I would say close to where the bubble position is. Here, in this case, it would be the top 25 as we extended it from the top 20 last time. That's usually where we'll do the cutoff. Okay, without further ado, let us break down the top 25 alliances in the game right now. This was taken over a 2-day period from October 24th to the 26th. Also because, as you can see down here, we're going to be showing you guys some other stats. For example, we got strongest servers, highest honor players, top lord power, top troop power, most castles at level 40. That's an interesting one. That's actually a new one we're going to be covering this time. And we might even do most level 10 alliances. I'm not sure if I'm going to include that yet or not. It's kind of on the fence. But anyways, with all of that being said, here we go. Number 25, and also if you look here on the right column, this is the data that we took when we did the video a few months ago for the top 20 overall alliances. I want to say it was in, oh gosh, if I can even remember months correctly here, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So this was around kind of like July that we ended up pulling this data from. So again, right, we're about 3 months in. Here we go. Number 25 alliance is, God, they redid the settings here. CG Chaos Gods coming in at 121,956,278 alliance power. They are from server 16. Shout out to CG. Number 24 is FHU for Hopes and Unicorns, coming in at 122,115,742 alliance power from server 40. Reppin coming from a little bit of an I would say an older, or excuse me, newer, in this case, a server. So awesome to see a little bit of a newer server there breaking into the top 50, or top 25. Now, let's get into number 23. DK, Dark Knights, 122 mil, 501,489 coming from server 13. Number 22. WTF, Walk Through Fire, let's keep it classy, 122 mil, 835,517 for their alliance power coming from server 27. Shout out to WTF. Number 21. AOW, Art of War, 122 mil, 844,163. Again, you can notice some of these are pretty close here. Coming from server 38. Again, right, a little bit of a newer server. So nice to kind of see some of the newer servers breaking up right now. The interesting thing is we pulled the same data from about the top 50 servers over here. And if you bear in mind, right, the oldest server that we ended up seeing, or I should say newest from the column here, was 23, right, which is with Jade. So now that we're seeing, again, 3 months have gone by, we're seeing some strong alliances show up in some of the newer servers. It is interesting when you make those comparisons. Now let's break into finally the top 20. Coming in number 20, we have War. We are Reds from server 6 at 122 mil, 867,780. Shout out there to War. Now we have number 19. App. This is App Gaming Infinity. at 126 mil, 909,379 from server 16. Shout out to App. Let me know when the next one's coming out. BRR, not to be confused with the BKR, for those of you who used to play Halo 2. It's a lovely glitch. Okay, this is Blood Red Rose, 128 mil, 614,455, coming from server 8. Shout out to BRR. Number 17 overall, Fate. This is Crimson Fate at 130,268,550, coming from server 10. Shout out there to Fate. Number 16, AOS, Ace of Spades, 131 mil, 481,185, coming from server 31. Again, a little bit of a newer server. Not necessarily as new as 30 and 40, but still new respectively from if we're kind of going off of 23 and newer. Now, the top 15. Here we go. PRTS, The Pirate. I feel like it should say The Pirates, but I'll give you a pass. 131 mil, 967,704, coming from server 23. Again, maybe, I don't know if maybe a rename from Jade or something happened there. Someone can give me, I'm sure someone can let me know in the comments kind of what happened. All right, number 14, Holy Empire, 133 mil, 290,787 for their alliance power, coming from server 26. Shout out to Holy. Number 13, SMRF, The Smurfs, 133 mil, 772,188, coming from server 21. Here we go. The number 12, Phoenix, Rise of the Phoenix, 134 million, 15,944 alliance power, coming from server 10. Shout out to Phoenix. Number 11 alliance. 13 RU Russia, 134 mil, 705,932 from server 13. Finally, breaking into the top 10 strongest alliances in the game right now for late October is AO, Alpha, and Omega. 135 mil, 289, and 1,059 for their alliance power, come from server 6. Shout out to Alpha and Omega. Number 9, IW, Immortals Warriors. 136 mil, 715,253 for their alliance power from server 28. Shout out to IW. Red, Phoenix, 138,724,147 coming from server 19. Then we have, again, shout out there to Red, number 7. MG, this is Ragnarok, 142,258,511 coming from server 5. Here we go. Number 6, Ego, no losing. We hope not. 145,443,135 alliance power coming from server 26. Now, breaking in to our top 5 strongest alliances in the game to date. Number 5, DPS. 146,522,409 for their alliance power coming from server 8. Shout out to DPS. Number 4, final 4, here we go. BM, my boys, Buell Moon. I want to say Blue Moon, but I understand what they did there. 150,439,941 coming from server 6. Shout out to BM and Soli. All right, the top 3 alliances or strongest alliances in the game right now. Number 3, BXS, 157,861,217 coming from server 11. Shout out to BXS and Jesse Poo. Okay, number 2, strongest alliance in the game is Top TOP. Too bad y'all were top this time. Just joking. I love you guys so much. Airlines, 164,510,728 coming from server 9. Shout out to my boys there at top. All right, the strongest alliance in the game right now is woo! Gotta love it. That's the family right there. 167,700,096 fantabulous alliance power points. Reppin' S16. Shout out to the Awoo fam. All right, this rounds out our top 25 strongest alliances in the game, again, as of October 2021. Now, some of the interesting bits here, and this kind of carries through in the beginning that we talked about, right, where you see some of the outliers being FHU and AOW coming from newer servers, right, still beating out some of the older servers, right, as some of the newcomers. Even, a little respectable shout out to AOS at 17, even though it's 31. 38 and 40 a little bit closer together. And, you can see here some of the position swaps, right? AWU before, if you look here, they were ranked 7th overall when we did our assessment a little while ago. Now they boosted all the way up to 1. Top, still pretty much retaining that number 2, right? Nuke, kind of gone there. I think some of them migrated out from S5, and then eventually some ended up kind of filling in to MG, right? And you see them here. MG previously was 5, right? Kind of dropping to 7 here as some time has gone on, right? DPS was 4, dropped down to 5, so not really that big of a swap there. And then you have AO, right? They were previously, 6th? And now they dropped down here to 10. So again, a little bit of a drop. TSP, they actually were on the list originally, but they were just a little bit outside. Let me see here. Yeah, because I think there was only 2 that I ended up getting here. Yeah, they were actually right on the bubble. I think right now they're about 121, 120, but they were just literally right outside of the top 25 bubble to make it in. But again, even in this example, right, they were 8th? And now kind of dropping to, I think they were 26th or 27th, from what I recall. 13 BL, unless they changed the name, not here. App, right? Again, still making a decent showing. They were previously 11th, but ended up dropping down to where are they 19. So again, right? Some of these alliances that you're seeing, right? Still here. Even CG, right? CG was 12, dropped down to 25, literally right on the bubble position. But so it's interesting to kind of see some of the newer alliances coming in, like I said, from some of the newer servers, some of the position swaps and changes as the game has just progressed, and now us kind of looking at a top 25 compared to what we were doing before at the top 20. So that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think, right? What do you think about this top 25 list right now? What do you think about some of the alliances at the top? What do you also think about some of the position changes that we've been seeing? Again, only about a little less than half of the alliances that were from the last audit that we did a few months ago are here now for October 2021. So again, let me know anything and everything you guys are thinking. Expected, not expected, surprising that we're seeing some alliances from 38 and server 40, right? Again, shout outs to those. We're just with them being newer, to see them kind of in this group, which is a little more consolidated as we usually see to some of the more older servers confined. With that being said, man, that is it for me. I cannot wait to bring you guys the next few videos. Hopefully, we're going to try and be giving y'all these day by day. That is the hope and the expectation. As always, that is it for me, your boy BN. We are out. Until next time, we'll catch y'all later.